Some properties receive mail, like actual postal mail, so you need to make sure that's collected from the mailbox. You have my permission to open it, process it, tell me what's in there. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's a tax bill or something that I need to pay, but just process all that, take a photo of it, send it to me if it's something I need to deal with, okay? But you need to take care of all the postal mail that is arriving at the property. Co-hosts are also responsible for all communications and requirements with the government. So I know in Greece and in Spain, the government needs you to log in and to enter the ID of our guests and to take care of things like that in a whole system. That's all the responsibility of you, the co-host, okay? So you're going to take care of all the governmental type legal requirements for the property to operate. I'll take care of things like, paying the taxes, paying the utility bills, all those things, but you take care of any guest type relationships with the government. A couple of things that you need to understand that we do is I do not allow Airbnb to do back-to-back bookings. So someone doesn't check out at 11 a.m. and someone else checks in at 3 p.m. I always allow a day, an extra 24 hours for that, just so we can really ensure that the property gets cleaned well. However, I do want the property cleaned the day that a guest leaves. Okay, even if it happens at 6 o'clock at night, make sure to clean it the same day that a guest leaves, so that if they left trash behind, or if they left a chicken on the table, that they were eating, that it doesn't rot, it doesn't get smells in there. So make sure to clean it the same day, or have the housekeeping clean it the same day. Even if another guest doesn't arrive for a whole week, make sure the property is nice and clean. So if someone does book it in this week, it's ready to go. So just make sure that happens. So we do allow that, and that's really one of those things that we are committed to. We lose that extra day, but we think it's more important that the guest has a good experience and the property is protected, that we have a nice, clean, and well-maintained property. We do have usually a minimum of 2 night stay that keeps us from having just the one-nighters, which is a lot of work on a property, and it's just the reason why we have that, so it makes it easier. Now let me explain why we only use Airbnb. So Airbnb has built into it a protection for hosts as well as for guests, and it also has the review system, so we can see what reviews a guest has and if they'll make a good guest for our property. We don't go with Booking.com or VRBO and all these other things. We really only stay on the one platform. It might reduce the amount of bookings that we get, but we believe it offers the protections that we need under those insurance programs, that in case a guest damages something and then they don't want to pay to replace it, Airbnb will pay to replace that. And so we have that on our side, and that's why we only exclusively work with Airbnb and not any other platforms. Okay, each one of our properties does have a washing machine in it. Some have washer dryer combos, but those are not to do the linens of the property in. Okay, so they're not for doing towels and bed sheets and kitchen towels. All those need to be taken out and laundered somewhere else, because what we buy for the different properties are just small ones. They're just little domestic sized ones, and if you try to pack all those linens into one, they're just going to damage the washing machine, and we don't want a property full of all these things trying to dry. So all laundry must be done off-site, somewhere else, at a laundromat, at wherever. The housekeeper can take it home and do it at home, whatever they want to do, but it is not done using the washer in the actual property, okay?